Welcome to Grim Dark Gains, a weekly podcast where we help you ascend from a Caradron Arcanaut into an Admiral. Today, we will be dispelling Warhammer and fitness myths part 2. But before we dive into today's topic, we'll chat about our life, lifting, and hobby. Eli, I was looking through our intros and I noticed a drastic lack of Age of Sigmar
Ah.
uh, intros. So I was digging through some that would make sense.
Well,
Aerodrome are pretty cool. I'm currently listening to the White Dwarf series.
yeah, I remember that.
Only two books in the series. Yeah, there's some cool stories, cool short stories in there. So
Cool. The first one sucked though, right?
the first short story,
That's
I
what you
have
said.
no idea. I'm almost finished with it. I have like less than an hour of listening, and like consistently, all of the stories are great.
Hmm.
Like so far, actually, it almost makes me want to start a dwarf army.
Wow.
They're that good. But the
Wow.
first one is so bad. I have no idea. They could have just ignored it, honestly. It was so poorly written. The ending was okay, it was kind of cool, but like it just was not fun to read to. But anyway, I'm excited. There's a second book I'm gonna start reading too. I think it's called Chronicles of the Wanderer,
Hmm.
and it's about the White Dwarf and how he intervenes with different Dwarven armies and nations. So it's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
anyway, how are you doing, Eli? What's going on?
Good. Good. I'm sleepy. I look sleepy too. I'm looking at myself in the camera. Oh my gosh. Uh,
I don't know, dude. You look pretty good. I
thank you.
like
Thank you.
the blue
Thank you.
shirt.
Yeah.
Looks good on you.
It's a New Orleans shirt. Can't even see it.
Nice.
Still can't see it. Wow. It's got the po'
Yeah.
boy on it.
You want to ask me about my shirt?
Yeah. Yeah. What's your shirt, Alex?
Look at
Oh,
that. Wow.
interesting. Wow.
Okay.
By the time this episode's out, they might be ready. I'm not sure. It'll at
Yeah,
least
we
be
keep saying
almost.
that. If you've been listening to this podcast for the last 3 months, we've been saying that the merch is going to come
Yeah.
out, and we have it. We just had a bit of a hiccup
Hmm.
that prevented us from
Should we
actually selling it.
should we just mention that right now? Should we want to talk about that right
I
now?
think, oh man, I think we shall. I think we shall. Finally, I got my account back on Instagram.
Mm.
So I have a picture there. Finally got access on. At this point, we are recording on Tuesday, September 16th, so you should be able to hear this next week.
Hmm.
It's been about 4 days now that I had my account back.
Pretty
Pretty
huge.
crazy. Yeah,
Pretty
thank
huge.
God. Praise the
Yeah.
Lord.
Seriously.
Finally got the account back.
Hmm.
It took almost 2 months
Yeah.
because my account got
Insane.
disabled on July 20th. I submitted an appeal on July 21st,
Yeah.
and it said it would take a day or two to review. So
Yeah.
that day or two turned into about a month and a half, 2 months almost.
Unbelievable. But we got it back. You got it back.
We got it
It's
back. We
very cool.
got obviously my FitHammer account back, and we got our Grimdark Games account back too. So
Yep.
both are good.
Pretty cool. I'm surprised. I figured it would happen. I thought it might literally take a year.
Dude, I have obviously scoured a bunch of Reddit and other forum posts,
Mhm.
and a lot of people just pretty much said abandon hope.
Yeah.
Like you just gonna lose it forever. It just happens. Meta glitches sometime. And oh man, I wish here I'll pull up the email that I got, and they did apologize, but it was kind of a very
Mhm.
very I don't know HR apology
Yeah.
if I can find it. But yeah, all is good. We technically have backup accounts now
Yeah.
for
True.
both my account and Grimdark Gains. So if it happens again, we
Yeah.
have backup. But yeah, Hi Fit Hammer, thanks for taking the time to request a review. We reviewed your account and found that the activity on it does follow our community standards on blank, blank, blank for what they thought I did, which I never did. So you
Mhm.
can use Instagram again. We're sorry we got this wrong and that you weren't able to use Instagram for a while. Sometimes we need to take action to help keep our community safe.
Ah.
Yeah,
Thanks, copy
we're
paste.
back now. We're back now. I've communicated a bunch of people. I think I mentioned this in the podcast before. The one person that was slightly helpful who looked into it did say that this specific reason for losing access to your account is common. like it's a meta glitch.
Which is so
I don't
insane,
think
by the way. Like,
it's crazy because people even ask me like, "Hey, who reported you or what were you reported for?" I don't think I was reported for anything
yeah,
because
unlikely.
what I was suspended for was nowhere even close to what I post,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Hi,
So
can
anyway,
we let's shout out Meta? Shout out Meta. Alex got his account banned. Then you have to pay. You have to pay to get Meta verified to have access to the customer service, who
yeah,
then do not help you at all.
right. Right.
It's
Apparently, they do prioritize restoration of Meta verified accounts. So I did get Meta verified with the Fit Hammer, even though you have to pay $10 a month, which is stupid.
$10 a month. Oh my
But
gosh,
yeah, but
that's
at least
expensive.
I mean it's literally my livelihood.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll
I know.
pay, but it is unfortunate. But we're back. We are
Yes,
officially
we
back.
are back.
So that's
Very, very epic news.
very, very good news.
What else have you been up to?
For me, yeah, I actually had a very nice mini vacation.
Yeah.
So somebody, but this kind of goes along with the hobby, is if you watched last week's show, you would remember that I had a hobby commitment of painting my squigs, painting them to a high level tabletop standard, which I did not do
Yeah, I'm
at
not
all.
seeing. I'm not seeing any squigs in these pictures.
Yeah, no, dude, no squigs. No, they sit right next to me. So if they're right here. There they are. They
Uh-huh.
are painted, but they're not painted to the level that I'd like them to be. So two things happened. Number one, I got sick early in the week. So all
Nice.
the energy got sapped. And number two, my friends invited me on a camping trip that was from Friday till Sunday. So I lost about 2 days from being sick, and I lost about 3 days because of the camping. So yeah, nothing got painted,
Hey,
unfortunately.
nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. But I
No,
mean, you know
no.
what? In the waiting for your account to get back, that's not so bad of a week to take off of work or whatever.
Honestly, a lot of positive this week, a lot of things to be grateful for. The camping trip itself, honestly, was such a blessing that I didn't even realize I need. Do you ever take a vacation and you're like, I don't feel like I really need a vacation, but it's here, so I'm gonna take it. And then after it, you're like, holy crap, I needed it.
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
But
Well,
to be fair, that's because most of the things in my life are like planned ahead all the
sure,
time.
sure.
I don't really get to have any spontaneous vacations. Uh,
Well,
but
that's fair.
I understand what you mean.
Right.
Whenever we go to my wife's parents' place in the city over, it is very nice, and I think this is awesome. Uh, and that's like a mini vacation for me, I guess.
Dude, every time I go camping, I'm like, why don't I do this more often? I usually go maybe about once or twice a year is average for me. But just sleeping with nature sounds and you kind of go to as soon as it gets dark, maybe you sit by the fire for like an hour. But usually the places we go, there's no internet, so I had no internet
Yeah,
access for like 3 days. It was awesome.
yeah,
It was so good. So thankful. I have a picture of my friend Josh there. We have our feet on a big old rock. We
yeah.
actually deadlifted that rock a bunch of times
Nice,
to get it to
nice,
that place and build a dam, which was awesome.
very nice.
But yeah, really good time. I actually did have to leave because there's literally zero internet. I did
Mm.
have to drive 40 minutes from our camping to have a call with a client
Wow.
in a coffee shop because vacation came out of nowhere, so I couldn't just reschedule
Yeah,
with 1 day notice.
yeah.
But other than that, no internet for 3 days was really good. I
Hmm.
read a bunch of Gotrek and
Yeah.
Felix.
So that's
Yeah, I
cool.
finished the. Yeah, dude, it was such a good time. Finished Shaman Slayer. What a great book. It's interesting because it almost seems the name is anticlimactic
Hmm.
because you go from like Troll Slayer, Dragon Slayer, Vampire Slayer, Beast Slayer, which is like a big old Chaos Warlord that led a whole
Hmm.
army, right? And then you go to like, oh, a Beastman Shaman, okay,
Hmm.
and then a zombie, okay. But with this most recent book, Zombie Slayer, I'm about a third of the way in right now, which by the way is the last book that I have, so I need to get some more. I can throw a very small spoiler your way that I
Hmm.
think you would really appreciate if you'd like me to.
Yeah, sure.
So the main antagonist in Zombie Slayer is Heinrich Kemmler.
Huge, huge. I must read it.
Yeah, dude. It only takes you 12 books to get there, so
Yeah. Oh
better
my
get on
gosh.
it. But very, very, very cool.
To be honest, I never see like I see almost zero Warhammer Fantasy lore shorts. So I could totally do make like 1,000 Gotrek and Felix shorts out of all these books.
Dude,
People will probably like it. I probably
there's
should.
so many. Dude, every time I post Godric Felix on my story or post, there's usually like at least 10 people who are like, dude, goated series, the best series. So,
Yep.
yeah, dude, I mean, I think there's a lot of fans who wouldn't mind revisiting or
Yeah.
learning
Yeah.
about Godric and Felix.
Yep. I've always wanted to do the scene where Felix picks up the hammer and is yelling the dwarf gods' names. That was probably the coolest one of the books that I've read.
And it's so cool. So yeah, so you have read it. It's so cool because he is like he almost doesn't believe he can do it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then even when he does it, he pays like a severe price
Yep.
for doing it.
Yep.
And then he gets like plus 100 respect points from all the dwarves forever for it.
Yep. Yep.
It's really
Which
cool.
one is that? Demon Slayer? Is that what it's called?
That is Demon Slayer, yes,
Okay.
which is the third book.
I should make that. I should make that scene into a short. Maybe I'll do that
Yeah.
this week.
Dude, why not? That'd be great.
Yep. What else? Your arm is looking very vascular in this random thumbs up picture.
Oh, yeah, nothing to do with the hobby. But yeah, no, actually, my friends at our weekly Barn Owls hobby hangout, because we play Warhammer at the barn, gifted me out of nowhere a Saturnine set. I have
Wow,
it,
that's awesome.
I have it right here. It's a big old box, dude. I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's cool. They're really cool models. It's really cool.
they're really really cool models, and salamanders are my favorite chapter. So the
Hmm.
fact that the Libera Astartes, which is Astartes army book, and the Saturnine set cover has salamanders,
Very
peak
good.
choice for an army.
Wow, what a
Even
nice
though they,
gift. What a nice gift.
yeah, so nice, and it was primarily because I lost the account, and it was kind of a challenging season for those month and a half,
Mm.
and they just wanted to like kind of cheer me up. Also, the three of them plus me now are the only people who are actually playing 30K in
Yep,
our club.
yep. I feel that.
Yeah, and I
I've been slowly gifting my friend random Warhammer Fantasy things over the last like year until he can eventually
build
take
an
the full
army,
plunge. Yeah.
and when it's a gift, you especially kind of almost feel like guilted into
Mm.
building it and playing it because like, hey, it's a gift, you better use it.
Yep.
But yeah, dude, it's a crazy set. There's so much in this set.
Yeah, Horus Heresy is still pretty good value.
Dude,
Uh,
it's ridiculous. I mean, the set is not super cheap.
yeah.
Well, actually, two of them are GW employees, so they have a discount. But still, for the cost, I mean, it's almost 2,000 points just in the box,
Yeah.
which is unheard of, I think.
Yep. Yep. And I imagine you can just make the whole box into one army, probably
Yeah,
more or less
yeah,
at least.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. You can. It's not necessarily the most competitive army,
Yeah.
but who cares? We're gonna
Yeah.
play the freaking Born, our narrative missions.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
competitive at all.
Well, I've been wanting to try 30K. There's a fan made Eldar Codex for it
Oh, dope.
that I'd like because
Okay,
the biggest issue I have with 30K is it's all just Space Marines and it's like
right.
endless fours. It's endless stat lines of 4 4 4 4, and I've always had that
Yeah,
problem since even like back in the day. Primarchs are
yeah,
really cool.
sure.
It's a cool setting. I just like more variety, personally.
Not a lot of flavor. Yeah. Unless you're a Space Marine fan, then it's a
Yeah,
ton of
yeah,
flavor.
exactly. Speaking of Space Marines, the new Space Marine releases, quite funny, quite comical. Did you see them?
Oh,
There's another Marneus
you're talking about
Calgar.
the video game. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty clean looking, not gonna lie.
It is.
It's pretty
It's
clean.
better than I think the 2018 set was bad personally. This
Hmm.
set is way better.
Okay.
He looks good. This is his fifth iteration, by the way.
I did not know that.
We're
Wow.
still on the first Phoenix Lords for most of the Eldar. Shout out the Eldar. But I'm not a
Yeah.
hater. Ultramarines are cool.
No,
Now that I play Old Hammer,
iconic.
I care a lot less about the new releases. It makes me a
Sure.
lot less salty when I see my things not getting updated because I play with the old stuff anyways. So
Sure.
it's fine.
Sure. And it just makes sense given the video game,
Yeah,
right? Focuses on, I mean, you literally have Calgar
yeah.
in the video game. So it's a cool model. It's a cool kit. I
It
have
looks
no
big.
beef with
It
it.
looks gigantic.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm actually interested in seeing it in person,
Hmm.
and I'm sure some non-players, just people who appreciate the Warhammer
Hmm.
universe, will be buying it just because of the lore in the
Yeah.
video game.
No, he looks cool. The honor guard look like the old ones, so I'm happy. They're
Hmm.
not just shield sword guy because I thought those were
Right.
kind of lame. So I'm happy.
Yeah, they're clean. I honestly didn't feel like they needed an update, but I guess to fit in with the new scaled up models, you kind of have to
Yeah,
update them
he's
eventually.
out of the stupid Primaris armor as well, so that's awesome. There's no we're getting rid they're getting rid of the goofy Primaris armor on a lot of things and just moving to true scale Marines. I'm pretty sure Primaris isn't even a keyword anymore. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think
Hmm.
they're moving away from Primaris and they're just going back to Space Marine, which
Oh,
is
no
all we
way.
wanted in the first place. It took
Wow.
6 years of goofiness for all this to go back to right where we wanted it, but it's fine.
Yeah. Dude, that's if that's the case, that's great. I don't follow 40K as much because I just don't play 40K. Uh, but that would be great because I know a lot of people just did not appreciate not being able to use their old Space Marines and the whole
Yeah,
Primaris thing.
yeah. But I think GW is finding their stride with modeling again. We're getting a lot less horrible releases and a lot more good releases. So, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
those are
else for
positive
your
news.
stuff?
Talking about Space Marines, played Kill Team
Nice.
against
Nice.
Space Marine Scouts,
Yeah.
which happened to be Salamanders, so I felt really bad killing him.
Uh-huh.
But there's a game with my friend. We played a game of Kill Team. I played my Orc Commandos, which are such a fun kill team. I mean, literally every single commando you have has different equipment, different role to play. Super fun and very fun game because I believe I had 10 or 11 models and he had nine. So it actually felt like we were kind of all over the table and we had
Mm-hmm.
some pretty even matchups.
Very cool.
Very, very fun game. Every turn, I would kill one or two, he would kill one or two, and it was just consistent. And we were playing a fun game. It wasn't like we are trying to make the most, cheesy, tactical, most optimal choices. Like, hey, there's an orc,
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
So very fun game. At the end, I had one orc boy left, and he had one sniper, and it was purely he shot. I survived. I got in combat with him, didn't attack, didn't do enough to kill him, and then he killed me with
Wow.
his sniper. So very fun game, down to the last model. Very enjoyable. Love Kill Team Steel. Such fast games, so fun. Tells a story. Yeah, shout out to Kill Team for anybody who wants to play much quicker and less expensive games.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'd like to try Kill Team. I would very much like to try it.
Yeah. And there's objectives and secondaries you could do, which we almost never play because we
Mm-hmm.
just want our guys to fight each other.
Yeah. I ordered the Deathwatch Necrons Kill Team box
Mm, of
set,
course.
and my brother-in-law
Yeah.
is getting the Deathwatch. But that will probably be my first Kill Team game. I'll play with that. I'll probably go on the Battle Report channel as well. So
Yeah, dude.
yeah. Funny story about that. My sponsor for my channel is Secondhand Geek, which
Hmm.
is they sell Warhammer and like used stuff. But I can get retail cost 40K from them.
Okay.
So it was like literally 50% off, but
Oh,
it's in
dude.
USD. So the 50% off USD plus the shipping cost, it ended up being more money than if I bought it at my local store for 15% off Canadian full price.
That's hilarious. Is the shipping that expensive?
It was 50 USD to ship it, which is like
That's
80
ridiculous.
Canadian. Like,
Ridiculous.
also, the base set in America is 250 USD, whereas in here it's 300 Canadian. 250 USD is like 350 Canadian or 340
Yeah.
Canadian. So it's just already more expensive to start. So yeah, but it's just funny how awful the Canadian dollar is, but it's fine. The guy covered half the shipping for me, so I still ended up saving about $20 in the end.
Okay.
It's all
That
right.
worked out for you. That's unfortunate though. I mean, 50% off in theory sounds incredible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways,
Uh,
for my
yeah, looks like
hobby,
you played some games, man.
yeah, there's a like 1,000 point beginners league slash like just for fun league at my local store. So it's just like we're playing primary mission, no secondaries. Just bring 1,000 point list to try stuff out, and
Nice.
like not competitive at all. I brought my Tau. First game I've played with him in a while, in a long time, and it was
Yeah.
fun. My
Is
my
that the lava table or the table table?
It's a lava table, like
Lava
the
table,
mats,
got it.
like
I
the
see,
mat.
I see.
Uh,
Yeah, I see.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was fun. My crew held up a squad of Death Company in the middle for a turn, and they killed some
Nice.
guys, which was cool. I moved around a lot. I was mobile, shot guys, the usual Tau. She did not get to fight in close combat. I was sad. The Breachers got out and just obliterated a squad, and yeah, it was a good time. It was a good
Cool.
time.
10th edition, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
The only
Cool, dude.
edition they usually play around there.
Sure.
But
That's
I
fair.
secured victory for the greater good, so it was
Heck
good.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Sounds like a fun game.
yeah. And then I played a sixth edition game with my buddy who plays Eldar. I don't have a picture. Oh, they're kind of in there. Yeah, the keepers. I brought two keepers of secrets. One of them, the Apocalypse Keeper of Secrets, Zoacneal. She's pretty cool. My friend who I was playing, JC, actually painted my keepers, both models. He painted them for me. He's been really wanting to play against them lately because I never bring them in 10th edition because I don't play Emperor's Children much in 10th edition because I still have to build all of my stuff. So I brought them. It was fun. He had to leave early, unfortunately, but I think he was going to win. So Rakaniel killed a ton of stuff. She killed the Avatar Kane and the Wraith Knight and Eldrad squad. Lucius the Eternal got stuck fighting a Howling Banshee Exarch for like 3 turns, which was embarrassing. But yeah,
Unfortunate.
the other Keeper of Secrets, the really pretty one, died very early, but she killed a Wave
Wow.
Serpent. That's alright.
Wow.
So Arachneal just has a lot of crazy rules. She's Gargantuan, so she can move 12 inches. She has a 3+ invulnerable save. She has instant death, and she rerolls hits and wound rolls. So she just walked up to the Wraith Knight and stuck it with a sword, and it died immediately. Same with the Avatar of Kane. But you're not supposed to play models with like that if it's not in actual Apocalypse missions or Apocalypse games. But JC really wanted me to bring her, so I did. But it was fun. I think he was still going to win in the end, though, because he killed pretty much everything else. Other than that, I bought this old Necron Destroyer. It's 1990 something, I think, or 2003, or I don't know. Very old Necron Destroyer from 2nd edition, just on my local store.
Dude, that's a tiny model. Dude,
Yeah.
to go back to your table game on a regular table just brings back memories. I feel like you should have went full commitment to like can hammer and box hammer
Yeah.
and just like cereal boxes
Yeah.
and cans. If you're playing like it brings memories of playing my
No.
first like 2-3 games of Warhammer, like literally on the table with no terrain, we just have minis. Man, those were the times.
Yep. I've played some Warhammer games, some Poor Hammer on this table before.
Yeah.
Because this is just at my house, but JC has terrain. Now that I'm living somewhere and like I actually have this house and I'm here for a long time, I am planning on getting terrain and starting
Nice.
a
Yeah.
collection solely of terrain. Probably we'll just 3D print basically all of it or buy recast because terrain itself is very
Good.
expensive. So
3D printing terrain looks great because you don't even have to have a good quality 3D printer because the grain just fits right in.
yep.
Dude, before we move on to the other hobby stuff, Can Hammer, I've seen a lot of events, different events do it, and different clubs, and our club actually does it, I think, once a year. Basically, run an event where to enter, and there's price support, but to enter the event, you have to bring canned goods,
Nice.
and you set up those canned goods on the tables that you play, however you want. So you can like build a castle, you can do things, and at the end, all the canned foods go to like a local shelter or a
Nice.
local organization where they will use them somehow.
That's cool.
And then the price support is usually from like a local gaming club or a local store. So very cool. If you have a club and doesn't do that, do that.
Yeah.
Really fun.
That's very cool. All right. Lastly, real quick, listening to Shadow Sun book. It sucks. One of the worst 40K books I've ever
Dude,
listened to. It's unbearable.
You've been listening to it forever
This
now.
is like this. Well, I was listening to the Farsight series before, like the
Ah,
newest
sure.
one. That book also was just awful. Really, really uninspiring. Really boring. Just filler the entire time. There's no good lore. There's nothing unique about it. Just extremely boring. Extremely bland. Anyone could write these books. Shadow Sun's the same. There's random inconsistencies in the lore. Things that should never be happening are happening. There's breach of protocol. There's things that Farsight would get in trouble for. Farsight would do something in the previous books, got in trouble in this Shadow Sun book. Even worse things are happening, and like there's no repercussions. I don't know. It's a bunch of garbage. It's like why even write this stuff? I don't understand. The author clearly has no desire to like do anything interesting. He obviously doesn't like writing this faction. just doing it for a paycheck, whatever. Which, speaking of the next post, why Phil Kelly must die. This is a thread on the internet that I found, and just talking a guy like talking about how much he hates Phil Kelly and hates all of Phil Kelly's Tao books because they're just unbelievably awful. Yeah, and he's
Oh,
right. Maybe he doesn't need to die, but he's right about how bad it
sure,
is.
let's not kill anybody.
It's
But
they're bad grammar, bad writing, flat characters. Nothing important
wow,
happens in them. For comparison, I'm still reading Kazurkin, where
okay,
the Tau are like this weird off to the side thing. I've literally gotten more notes about like the Tau and Kroot from this book in Kazurkin where they show up they've showed up for like 2 chapters than I have from the entirety of the Farsight series and this Shadow Sun book. Like it's just embarrassing. And then Elemental
okay,
Council, I'm just about done that. I'm going really slow because it's actually enjoyable. It's
sure.
literally the best Tau book I've ever read. It might be one of the best Warhammer books I've ever read because
What is
actually
that?
it's good. It's called Elemental Council.
Mental
Uh,
console.
Extremely good. Every single chapter, I have notes to take. Every single
Hmm,
chapter, there's a new like multiple moments to make shorts out of. The Farsight book that I just read has like 3 moments that I wanted to make shorts out of, like 3 good moments, and that was it.
dang, for the whole
Elemental
book.
Council, I'm
Wow.
like halfway through it, and I think I've already gotten maybe 10 videos out of it, like 10 shorts. It's just good. It's just plain good. I emailed the author of it to tell him like how I
Wow,
like to say thanks. This is finally a good book
dude.
after like
Wow, good.
literally like 10 terrible Tao books. Finally, a good book. The author, it looked like he was like in the military and he's done a lot of traveling, so it makes sense why he can actually write logical things and decent things. And yeah,
Cool. Hey, question for you. Is Elemental Council a good book to get like into Tau, or do you have to already like know a bunch of them about them to start it
you should probably know. You should probably read like Codex lore, like Wiki lore. Just watch a random video and then listen to it, and then that would
and
be
then
good.
listen to it?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. I
because it
might
has a
I
lot
might
of
add it to my
it's a lot of very in depth lore, and it has a lot of like extra intricacies for their culture and stuff. A lot of things that like the author did not have to add. They're just like really cool extra flavor to the book. Uh, yeah, this is the standard that we should be holding all books to. But whatever, whatever. There's so much slop on Black Library.
sure. Yeah, I added it to my cart on Audible, so
Very good.
maybe
Very
eventually
good.
once I make it through all the cool fantasy books,
Yeah.
I'll listen to that.
And the Space Marine character in Elemental Council is very cool. He's super cool. The book makes
Yeah,
the Space Marines look good and the Tau look good instead of making one look bad and the other one look awesome.
that's the
So
best is when you can make a book that you have different perspectives
yeah,
and you make it's hard to root for either one
yeah,
because you like both of them. So
yeah,
I like those
yeah.
books.
So far, there's been no like ridiculous plot armor, plot convenience, terrible moments. It's all been just good storytelling, good writing.
Sure.
Phil Kelly books are awful. Apparently, he writes really good fantasy books. So just
Oh,
let the
really?
guy write fantasy because he obviously doesn't want to write 40K.
Maybe he's
So
just more passionate
I
about
think that's the
fantasy.
case. I think he just doesn't like the Tau and he doesn't like 40K, whereas he probably likes fantasy. I don't know. I don't. Whatever. Whatever.
It's a shame that you have to read them, like because that's your channel,
Yeah.
where like I can just
Yeah.
stop
You know. I
if
know.
it's
I
bad.
know. I know. I just wanted to finish them because I want to make a how to fix the Tau video because I already made like a how to ruin the Tau video and just talking about how awful
Sure,
they've become. And now I want to make a how to
sure.
like a positive video about the things that are going in the right direction. So I figured I should finish them. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, before we go into our topic, I do want to give a shout out to a very good Age of Sigmar book,
Mm.
which, by the way, are very few and far between, is Bad Loon Rising, which
Mm.
is a Gloomspite Gitz book, and I listened to it years and years ago now. But very good book that, and you reminded me because it has two different kind of main characters,
Mm.
and you root for both of them
Cool.
in the book. And when eventually they collide, you're like, I don't know what I want to happen.
Yep.
And they
Yep.
really make you because it's a Goblin Git centric book, and it really makes you root for them, which is hard to do because they are like truly evil,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It's pretty fun.
That's cool. That's really cool. It's always nice when books can do that. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah. Read
absolutely.
Elemental Council. Read it now.
Elemental
Uh,
Council, add to your list.
all
Awesome, dude.
right.
Okay, well, let's dive right back into dispelling Warhammer and fitness myths. You don't have to listen to the last episode to appreciate this one, but I would encourage you to because we delve into a bunch more myths for Warhammer and fitness in that episode. All right, well, we'll start with you shouldn't play with unpainted miniatures. There's
Personal
some pretty
attack.
strong opinions on
Personal
that one.
attack. Wow.
There are some very strong opinions on that one.
There are.
I'll say right away, our club on Wednesdays when we have our proper game nights does not allow unpainted armies
Wow.
because we have very nice painted terrain and we have very nicely painted table and we have a very nice space. You can work on unpainted armies if you want to paint them or build them, but if you're going to play on the table, you have to have a painted army for immersion purposes.
Wow.
Yeah,
We get
it's pretty hardcore.
the 1984 meme of the guy on the screen. Unbelievable, man. That's kind of crazy to me. I think if it's a tournament and an event, then it's okay. It's okay to say you
Sure.
have to paint your armies. If this is game night and the only time Joe Schmo gets to play Warhammer with other people,
Yeah.
and Joe Schmo works a 9 to 5 and has kids and is a busy guy, some
Yeah.
people don't have time to paint their armies. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta be
Dude.
forgiving.
I go on this one so much back and forth because you could also make the same argument for the other person who does work hard, who is no hobby, who is doesn't have much time, but he put the little time he has to paint his army, and the one time a week that he plays with his beautifully painted army, but then he faces a no army that's not even primed, and then it takes away from his immersion. So I agree with you. I play with unpainted armies all the time,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, like, ah man, I kind of feel bad when I play an unpainted army against, especially if it's like for the 10th time, it's against somebody who
Yep.
has a beautifully painted army they put a lot of love into.
Yep. You gotta like consider that people are just different though. Me and you
Yeah.
really like playing the game, and you probably even like painting more than me. I like building my models. I really like playing the game. I just don't really like painting. I'm not bad at it, but it takes me so
Yep.
long, and I just want to play the game. I'm a busy guy too. It takes
Yeah.
me 10 hours to paint something to the standard that I want it at, or I'm
Right.
gonna make it crappy and just put 3 colors on it for a tournament.
Right.
I'd rather just like I don't know. I'd say if you're gonna play only painted models, maybe like tone it down and say I'll only play models with paint on them, like base coated.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah.
my brother-in-law always wants all the models we play with to be at least base coated, which I think is fair, because that's fast and easy,
Sure.
and it does look better than a gray or a mishmash
Right.
army.
And you know, another rule I like is you can play with unpainted army as long as every time we play or most times we play, you're making progress on it.
Yeah,
Because otherwise, I mean, 10 games in and it's still the same models and it's been 6 months. I'm like,
yeah,
come on, dude. Like, I understand you're busy. Okay, maybe one of the nights you come over and you paint instead of playing a game, right? Like, or
yeah.
or invite people over to help you out, or you know, eventually, if you go to a tournament, eventually, like, you don't want to be a person who has an unpainted army forever.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I think events and tournaments it's fine to uphold that rule.
Yeah,
I think it's a bit as cringe as the term has gone, gatekeepy to have that rule at like a local club.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Well, this is the club that I go to on Wednesdays is a private club, so it's just like our friends, and we kind of all agree on it.
Okay,
The
that's
game
fair
day,
enough. Fair enough then.
yeah, once a month game days, anybody can do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else I was gonna say. If you're really concerned about it, just play Necrons. That's really there's a reason all my Necrons are painted. Like,
Dude, honestly, good advice. Like, pick an army that's easy to paint.
yeah,
Like, what's another easy one? Death Guard, maybe?
I don't know. I guess yeah.
Just swap it. Yeah, doesn't have to be clean.
Or like the Alpha Legion are really easy to paint. That's a 3 color paint job.
Yeah.
With the wash. But yeah, maybe
Yeah.
maybe stay away. If you're actually worried about painting, if people care, maybe stay away from like demons. I also personally
Chaos Warriors.
I find Tau hard to paint. I think I'm just a noob though. Eldar
Anything that's
Eldar
very
are really
detailed.
hard to paint. I can't. I Yeah. Ugh,
Anything elf related is impossible.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so hard. So many
yeah.
details.
But like, people like different things. The guy, people collect armies and paint them and don't even play.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
saying you have to play with these models if you're painting them, and it goes vice
yeah.
versa. You shouldn't be saying you have to paint these models if you're going to be playing with them. I feel like it's kind of the same thing, personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is false. You definitely should play, and that's how you learn, that's how you enjoy the hobby. But I will put a caveat that the goal is eventually to paint them,
Yes, it is.
right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay, next one is people in the gym are judgmental. So they will judge you when you show up to work out for the first few times.
Quite the classic. Quite the classic.
Yeah, very typical. I think prevents a lot of people from going is they feel like I haven't been to the gym since high school. I don't know what to do. People will stare at me and think I'm stupid.
But it's false naturally. No one cares. Uh,
Yeah.
no, no one cares. If no one's watching you, no one's looking at you, and if they do see you, they're gonna think, "Good for that person for going to the gym." Maybe someone will even help you out. I don't know.
Yeah.
The only
If
judgment
you
you're
if
gonna
you
get is if you're being rude and breaking rules and standing beside
yes.
things that people want to use and stuff like that. So, which
If you
check out our
have
gym etiquette tier list video.
great shout out. If you have bare bones like social awareness skills, like bare minimum, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Like if you are like the shadow boxer guy or no personal space guy, there might be some shade. People are gonna throw you away. But if you're just minding your own business, working out, and sometimes even if you're like kind of sometimes look lost, if I see a person who looks lost, I'm like, hey, what are you looking for something? You're looking for form. Or if somebody's really struggling, I might even ask them and like, hey, just asking, are you looking for a better form with this movement? Or they may even ask you. So absolutely, people are there to improve. Like Eli said, if anything, they're gonna think good for them. Anytime I see a person who is obviously out of shape working out, in my head, I even try to turn away and like I'll smile because I'm like, good for them, really good for them.
yeah, yep. I've never heard of anyone else who has ever seen a newbie at the gym and been unhappy.
No, literally never,
Yeah.
literally never in my life. And Eli and I together probably have I don't know almost 20 years of lifting experience, right? So yeah, not the case at
Yeah,
all.
put together. We're not 40. Put
No,
together.
yeah,
Yeah.
put together, put together. All right. Next hobby one is narrative games. Narrative games are not real Warhammer.
Weird.
There are some people who say that, right? There are some
I
people who say that, hey,
guess.
you have to be competitive to have fun. You have to only care about winning. The most optimal is to have fun. And if you play narrative games, you're not playing the game as it should be.
Whack. Whack.
Yeah, that's totally whack.
That's the post 2018 eighth edition apocalypse mindset. Apocalypse as in the world ending, not apocalypse as in the type of Warhammer. Uh,
Yeah.
that's never how the game was played.
No.
Literally, like 8 or so years ago. That's a recent thing. People used to pretty much exclusively play narrative, and if it was competitive, it was practice for a tournament coming up. They weren't like at least around here. There was the odd guy, like one or two guys who'd be overly competitive, never really fun to play, always bring the most OP cheese stuff,
Oh, no, no, thank you.
but that was rare. Now it's freaking everyone, I tell you. But no, it's
Yeah.
dumb. It's dumb. Warhammer was made to be narrative. The rule book in every edition previous was talks about creating your own narrative and making the game fun and flavorful and like fit in the lore. And that's not really the culture anymore.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
I think it's coming back in some circles, though. I think it's coming back, small pockets.
Mm,
But like we literally have, obviously from a fantasy background, rules like Triumph and Treachery,
mm.
where the goal is literally to make a narrative scenario,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And obviously you have competitive rules
Hmm.
within that framework. But we mentioned previously in the podcast, the goal is always to tell a story with
Yeah.
your army, with your battle, right?
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
not wrong to enjoy it competitively,
No.
but recognize that it's also completely legitimate to enjoy it purely narratively or a mix of the two.
Yeah. And the game was never made for you to bring 9 Catan shards. Uh, it's
Yes.
just no 6, I guess. It's
Do
6
not
Catan
do
shards.
that. Do not do
Yeah.
that.
Stat check armies like that were never really any intention. So
Yeah. I'm only okay with seeing a repeat of the same model or troop choice if it's fun,
yeah,
like an all squig army. That is
yeah.
hilarious and fun,
Yep.
not because it's good.
Yep.
Okay, so that's false, obviously. All right, high reps are better for toning muscle.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly. I think what people mean by that is, hey, I want to cut, I want to lose fat, I want a more toned physique. So I want to, maybe they're not even thinking they're on a cut. Maybe they're just trying to lose weight and they're going to the gym. So like, hey, I've heard higher reps are better for toning, are better for losing fat, are better for leaning out.
I mean, technically, but it's so like minuscule that it doesn't really matter. You're
I
gonna
think
burn
this is
more
one of those,
calories. You're gonna burn more calories doing 20 reps than one rep, sure.
sure,
But it's like
sure,
you'll burn two more calories than if you did one rep. So I mean, like, who cares?
right.
Uh,
It's so silly, and I think it probably comes from some truth, where, hey, if you are eating healthy or losing fat, whether intentionally or intentionally being in a calorie deficit, it is easier to do higher reps than lower reps.
yeah, and doing things like high like hit, um,
Yeah,
where you're
yeah,
keeping your heart rate elevated for a large period of time, or you're going like this, like
yep, up and down.
lactate training or whatever it's called. Uh, those are good. Those are better for losing fat.
That's
That's
awesome.
more like
Yeah,
cardio related than weightlifting, though. Weightlifting can kind of get into that zone, but it's not as effective as if you just were doing sprints or running.
yeah. No, I mean, bottom line, higher reps by themselves don't tone muscle.
Yeah, but they're generally better for building muscle.
They're generally better for building muscle in a context of if you choose between 10 to 20 reps or 10 to 15 reps even, you're better off doing 10 to 15 than 1 to 2
Yeah,
for
yeah.
building muscle,
But if
talking
you're
about the
doing 50
extremes.
reps, then 50 reps, you're just doing cardio at that point. So
I would say anything above 30. I mean, I don't even remember the last time I did like more than 20.
yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely false with some truth
Mhm.
in a sense that if you're cutting, you're probably doing higher reps anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is personal, man. This one is definitely personal. Something I see with me and a lot of my friends is every Warhammer army that you have should have its own dice.
Uh,
Dude,
uh, yeah, yeah.
I live by it.
It's
I
true.
live by it.
It's true. This is a psyop to buy more dice, but it's true. I
So
also,
stupid.
I also do that.
Yeah. I've never met a hobbyist who just has one dice,
I have
one
a
set
friend.
of
I
dice
have
for
a
every
friend.
army.
I have a
You,
friend.
you have? It's crazy to me. Like, how can you do that?
He has these stupid freaking big white dice, and they roll
Oh, sure.
sixes for days all the time.
Well, that's why.
Uh,
That's why he doesn't want to switch.
uh, yeah, but no, it's
Uh,
true. You gotta color code your dice to your army. It's just how it is.
It is the rule. If you show up with the same dice for a different army, I'm not playing you. It's a joke. Obviously, you don't have to, but it's something that is definitely. When I first got in the hobby, my friend Chuck, who's been on the podcast, Strength Hammer, he's the one who introduced me to that idea first. I'm like, why do you have 10 different dice? And I didn't have any money, so I'm like, I'm not going to buy dice for an army. I barely have any money to afford just one set of dice.
Mhm.
But when you actually get money and you get some more financial freedom, you should have color-coded dice for your armies.
I haven't actually started a new army in a long time, so I haven't gotten any
Mm.
more dice recently. I need some Tau dice. I need some nice ochre Tau dice.
Dude, I have one army. I'm looking at these dice stack right now. That a big reason why I haven't played this army is because those dice roll so poorly that I'm just like,
Wow.
this army sucks. I lose most games I play. Statistically, it's fine. It's Slaves to Darkness. And they have like these cool flesh-colored dice because I wanted to do a lot of pinks
Hmm.
in the army. And dude, yeah, I abandoned it
Wow.
partially because of the dice.
I have you ever bought GW official dice?
Huh. Besides the ones that come in a starter set, I don't believe so.
Yeah, neither have I. It's like $60 for like 10 dice. It's I will know. I don't know if I'd ever if I'll ever be willing to do that with how frugal I can
Yeah.
be. So I,
Yeah.
uh,
To be fair though, there is one set of dice that I think I will buy,
mm,
and I think I'll have to buy two sets because there's not a lot that come in one set. Is the Squig bouncing dice?
ah,
Have you seen
nice.
those?
Maybe.
Dude, look them up right now. If you listen to this podcast,
Mm,
Squig bouncing dice. And instead of numbers, they have teeth, like a mouth and teeth
okay, pretty
on
sure.
each side.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna
they're made of like harder rubber, so they will literally bounce as you
Are
roll
these an
them.
official product?
Yeah, Squig bouncing dice. Hilarious. I had a friend use them, and I didn't have a Squig army at the time. And now that I have Squig army, I don't know if I think might not even still sell them, so they might be really expensive to buy.
I can't see it very
But
well. Camera sucks. Yeah, I have seen these before. I completely forgot about them. That's pretty
dude,
fun. Looks like you
that
can
those are
get
the
them
only.
for yeah, pretty expensive. But
Yeah, right. Okay, so maybe I won't be buying them. But how fun, right? Like those are the dice I might actually buy.
quite fun.
If
You
I
could
if
probably
I
you could probably 3D print them. Then you run the risk of them not being balanced, I guess.
and they're $100 right now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous. Never
119,
mind. I'm not buying them.
137. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
expensive.
At the time they were totally reasonable.
Baron of Dice. Do you know those guys?
Yeah,
Baron of
they're
Dice.
that's
They have
great.
cool dice.
I like 'em.
I've bought
Yeah,
one
they're
set of their
good.
dice, and I felt okay about it. I bought
I
their
have
super
I
great
have a set
dice.
of their moon dice for my gits. They have the six as a moon. I also love when dice play into the lore. So I have Skaven dice, which have a Skaven symbol on a one
Mm-hmm.
instead of a
Mm-hmm.
six.
Yep.
Just beautiful.
Yep. That's the one thing about GW dice. Every single maybe it's different now, but I don't know, a year or two ago, every single set of their dice, the symbol's on the one. It was never on the six. It
Yeah,
was always
that's
on the
weird.
one. Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't like that. It should be on a six unless you're Skaven.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check out the Baron of Dice stuff. Maybe they have cool Tau dice. And maybe I'll
Yeah,
spend
they
more
probably do.
money than I should. But we'll see.
They're cool. They're good quality too. I mean, Baron of Dice is the goat of dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so true, 100% getting you dice for your different army. Next one for fitness is you must be sore after every workout. And
Classic.
if you're not sore, you are not, you haven't worked hard enough. That's a very bro science thing. So what do we think about that?
It's not true. It's not true. You don't have to be sore. Being sore is a good indicator that you had a good workout, but just the absence of soreness doesn't mean you didn't have a good workout. So,
What are markers of good workout, Eli?
well, being sore, I guess, is one, obviously.
Besides being sore.
Yeah, I know. It's very personal, I guess, because I can say you worked hard, but that means a lot. That means different to everyone else. But still, I
Let's
guess.
say in context, well, not in the calorie deficit, because calorie deficit is hard,
Yeah.
right? Because you're don't have a lot of calories. Let's say at maintenance or a bulk. What are markers of a good workout?
You did the same or more reps and weight as last time.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Simple. If you did that, being sore literally does not matter, right? That means because it means you got stronger, your central nervous system has adapted, you're probably building muscle. Soreness is fine, but chances are, if you're staying with the same program for longer than 2 weeks, you're gonna adapt and not be sore. Yeah.
Yep.
Soreness is just a marker that you worked really hard or that you introduced a stimulus your body's not used to.
And genetics too, I guess. Like my
Sure.
back,
Yeah.
my back almost never gets sore, no matter how hard I work. But my legs, if I do 3 exercises on leg day and they're decent, then my legs are sore. So
Yep, that's a very good point. And there's just some people who just get less sore than others do.
yeah.
Yeah. Recovery, sleep, hydration plays a big role as well. But yeah, false. You don't have to be sore after every workout. Though if you are sore, it's not bad either.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. This is one I wrote down. I think that people who are new to the game often hear, and I'm interested to hear what you think about it. The game Warhammer is very difficult to get into due to so many rules.
I get like if you haven't played games before, sure. But like any game, you just have to learn. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not really a reason to not get into something. All you have to do is watch like an hour's worth of YouTube videos, and you'll get the basics down, and then play a few games, and you'll know how to play. That's how it was with every single edition. Maybe not
Sure.
like the first, but that's how it has been. That's how it still is.
Yeah.
I don't know. rules being too
I think
complicated should never like be really a reason to change them unless it's
right.
over the top ridiculous, like
It's bloated.
campaign for North Africa. Like takes you
Yeah.
literally a month to play. Uh,
Right.
yeah, but it
Yeah.
like
I,
I don't know. It's
I
that's a cope. It's kind of a cope saying it's too complicated to play. Like just
I
watch a
think it's
video.
I think it's true, but it's something you should expect and it shouldn't stop you from playing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the reality is, I have games who play very complex board games, but when they get into Warhammer, they're like, "What is this?"
yeah,
Because they expect a complex board game,
yeah.
right? They don't expect this, 100-page book of information on how to play a game. So it is complicated, but I think if you care and if you love it and if you learn to love it, it won't stop you from
Yeah,
playing. But I've met people who it literally they get into Warhammer, they start painting miniatures, they play a game, and they're like, "This is not for me."
yeah,
So
yeah.
just depends on the person.
Yep, we live in an age where you can find out every single thing about anything before you spend a single dollar. So that's on you. That's all
That
on
is
you.
on you. And you can still continue enjoying the hobby,
Hmm.
painting minis. And I have friends like that.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Next fitness one, or health and fitness, we'll say, which I think happens more than people think,
Hmm.
is the mentality of you can eat as much as you want as long as it's healthy.
Ah, I wish. I wish.
I wish as well.
Eh,
Now,
yeah.
so we'll define healthy as actually healthy, not something that markets itself as healthy, but not exactly like
Just
500
say
calories like peanut butter.
single ingredient natural food.
Single ingredient, whole foods, relatively low calorie, high fiber, high protein.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like honestly, to an extent, it can be almost true because
Hmm.
it's hard to eat that much food if you're only eating natural single ingredient food. But
Yeah,
it depends on what you're doing.
yeah,
If you're grabbing a whole container of cashews,
yeah.
you could probably eat that in one sitting, and it's like 4,000 calories.
Maple syrup, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of foods like that. I think for a lot of people who just approach it reasonably and who don't have very strong hunger signals,
Hmm.
it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've also met people who like literally they can eat a bucket of chicken breast and rice and
Yeah.
broccoli,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't work for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yep. At the end of the day, though, it's better than eating fast food and junk.
oh, for sure, you'll be so much
So,
healthier.
yeah, even if you're
And
eating a ton.
there's even a factor that the whole food, and we have studies on it that show, which is pretty wild. Um, Whole foods, some of them, and I think it also depends how well you chew it. You will literally absorb less calories from whole foods than heavily processed
Mm.
food. Now, it's not with every single food, but something like peanuts or nuts versus nut butters, you actually will, some people will absorb less calories
Hmm.
from whole food
Neat.
than the real food. And I think it's partially based on how you chew it as well, because some of it will
Okay.
just literally not be able to digest it because it's a whole
Hmm.
nut.
Yeah.
So
I
very
mean,
interesting.
if you're just like shoveling meat, rice, and vegetables, it's not that bad, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're like a monster and you can eat a ton of it, it's not
Yeah.
that easy to eat a ton of that kind of food. And you definitely will gain weight if you're eating max amounts, but if you're doing that in weightlifting, it'll be
Yeah.
a good bulk
Be
at
healthy.
least. So,
You like that's actually a very good advice. If you lift weights and you eat 90% of your diet from whole foods, you're probably set right there
yeah. Yeah, if you don't care
as a
about
base.
bodybuilding, you don't even really have to
Yeah.
track. If you're eating 3, 4 meals a day that are whole foods,
Yeah.
you're probably getting enough protein and enough micronutrients. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't work for everybody. It's not guaranteed you will lose weight from it, but you'll certainly be healthier.
Yeah.
All right, let's do two more.
So,
One for hobby, one for fitness. Painting eyes is the worst part of painting.
yep.
Yep.
I have never successfully painted an eyeball ever. And I just don't even try anymore.
I cannot think of a single process, besides just the tediousness of it, but it's not
Mhm.
actually hard, of painting besides painting eyes.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating when you like mess up just slightly
Mhm.
and then you have to recover the whole thing.
Yeah. Yep. My troops do not have eyes. They have Reichland flesh shade washed into their eye sockets.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I like when you have like a heavy enough slits that it looks like the shadow would cover the eye anyway. so you don't have to paint the eye.
Yep. Yep. And
Or when
even
you're
if they
playing,
don't, like, it still kind of just looks like they're like, I don't know, dark and grizzled and edgy. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
works.
Or if you if you have like a evil army
Yeah.
and you don't have to put the paint the pupil, you can just do the white,
True.
and that also is a little bit easier.
Yeah. Duncan has a good video on painting faces.
Mhm.
If you don't want to paint eyes, he has good ways to just not
Oh,
paint them
cool. Okay.
on the old
Is it just
Warhammer.
the heavy shade, or is there any
Yeah,
other advice?
pretty much just shading a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, heavy contrast. I mean, how many comic books we can imagine where you just have a heavy top-down light,
Yeah.
right? And it literally just like covers the
Yeah.
eye. And it looks cool. Okay, let's do finish it with a bang for the fitness.
Okay.
You can turn fat into muscle.
Nope. No, you can't. There's no
Literally not
function
how it
in the
works.
human body that can do that.
You can. I think people live the experience of not being active, then fixing their diet. Maybe they even, in the end, stayed the same weight, but they've lost 10 pounds of fat, built 10 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, I've turned fat into muscle. And you can do that too. And they communicate it like that, but that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. The breakdown of muscle, the catabolic process of breakdown tissue, that does not convert it into muscle tissue, right? So while you can lose fat and build muscle, you do not turn fat into muscle.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people will think that they will bulk really heavy, gain a ton of fat, thinking that they can turn it into as much muscle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've talked to people like that, and I'm just like, dude, you just got fat for no
Yep.
reason.
Unfortunately, happens to the best of us.
Yeah. A lot of people live through it.
I did.
But yeah. 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 Most people go for that season where like, I'm just gonna get fat and muscular. That's not gonna happen. You're just gonna get fat.
All right.
Which is, hey, not necessarily bad, but not the best place
generally.
to be. It is fun. You feel strong.
Yeah.
Usually hormone health is decent. Awesome. Well, that was Warhammer and fitness myths. I don't think we're going to do part 3 for a while. I think we talked about most of them, I would say. That was a pretty good amount.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Anything else to add before we wrap up?
No, I'm pleased. I'm pleased.
Me too. I'm always pleased when I'm with you, Elon.
Uh,
All right. If you're ready to start your fitness journey, go to grimdargains.com for an 8-week Nerds Complete guide to nutrition and fitness. For more Warhammer and fitness content, check out our Instagram page, grimdarkgains, and you can find a link to our Discord there as well. You can find Eli at Deadlifts for the Dark Gods on Instagram and YouTube, and myself at fit_hammer on Instagram and fithammer on YouTube. Thank you, and until next time, stay Warhammer strong. Yeah.
bye. I love you. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.